Alrighty, here we are again, episode 10 of the Array Archive series. We've made it to the archive expansion. Do you know what that is? You know what that is? It's basically, I think it's 6 or 7 episodes. Like, I'm not even trying to say 6, 7. I swear to God, I think it's like 6 or 7 episodes. It's actually 7, yeah. So 7 episodes that go over all the modified, or I guess you could say alternate versions of existing PD arrays. You see how there's the regular fair value gap right here? This just a regular fair value gap, right? But you're probably like, what in the world is a Reaper? What is an implied fair value gap? What is that? What is a reclaimed fair value gap? What? What is a balanced price range? Yes, that is a form of fair value gap. The balanced price range is a fair value gap. You're probably like, what? Yep. I'll be teaching that. Anything that's episode 10, or anything that's inversion fair value gap, anything past that will be alternate versions of existing PD arrays, in which we're going over the inversion fair value gap in episode 10 of the Array Archive series that is within the archive expansion. So let's not waste too much time making an introduction and try to be a little YouTube guru that sells $3,000 mentorships. I don't do that here. Everything I teach is free. Anyway, let's jump to a little time frame here. Let's see if we can find a couple inversions. So it's in the name, inversion fair value gap. It's basically, not even basically, it's literally when a fair value gap gets disrespected and its role is reversed. Okay? So think of a bullish fair value gap that is used for buys, or that is used to deliver price higher, gets disrespected and is inversed. Its roles are now reversed. So since it was a bullish fair value gap, what is it now? It's bearish. Yep, it's a bearish fair value gap. Bearish inversion. Inversion fair value gap. Keep that in mind. Bearish inversion fair value gap. So if we were to actually, use that same example I was just saying here, here is this bullish fair value gap here. See this? This is a fair value gap. This is a bullish fair value gap. But look at what happens here. Price runs through it aggressively. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see it just mingle its way down. You don't want to see it just trickle its way down. No, I'm not going to say it's necessary, but it's definitely better if you see price just disrespected. Like it doesn't even care about it. Like it doesn't even know it's there type thing. And that's what happens here. Once it does that, this fair value gap is now what? Reversed, or its role has been inversed. Same exact thing. If you said that, you're correct. So this is now an inversion fair value gap. So this is a bearish inversion fair value gap. But let's zoom in here. Let's zoom in. As you can see, there's a disrespect right here. And it just drops 50 points reversing this fair value gap. Now, look at what happens here. If we put the quadrants on here, let's pay attention, right? Let's zoom in here. This is where it's going to get pretty crazy. Obviously, we return back into this inversion, but pay attention to the quadrant. You see the bodies here? All of the candles that returned back into the inversion stayed below what? What two levels did they stay below? Well, obviously, one being the lower quadrant. Second, the consequent encroachment. All the bodies stay below that. The wicks do the damage. Reminder: the wicks do the damage. Okay. I'm gonna keep saying that. The wicks do what? The damage. Exactly. So I'm assuming on the lower time frame here, that gigantic wick right there. How big is that wick? Like 40 points? This 40-point wick right here on the 15-minute or 5-minute, there was some sort of immediate rebalance or bearish fair value gap or a bearish order block that it touched on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, on the lower time frame. So when we say wicks do the damage, there's something going on in the lower time frame. But what's happening here on the 1 hour is look at how the bodies are respecting this lower quadrant and the consequent encroachment. See that? Look at this wick here. Ooh, stops at the consequent encroachment. Guess what happens next? Drops. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pretty insane, isn't it? Now, I'm going to teach you something real quick. I'm going to make a dedicated video on this in the future, but whenever you see an inversion occur, or whenever you see an inverse occur, or whenever you see a bullish turn into a bearish fair value gap, you can expect an immediate rebalance in close proximity to it. Okay? See this right here? That's a disrespect. You're probably like, where's the immediate rebalance? Where's it at? Watch this. This is going to be stupid. You're probably going to laugh at me or hate me. Watch this, right? I know you see that. I know you do see that, right? I know you see this. You're probably like, oh, no, there's no way, right? Yeah, you can laugh. Yeah, I know. 1 point difference. I would laugh too, honestly. because this is funny. But yes, this is called right here. This is what this is called. Is I think it's called immediate dynamic price delivery. That's what this is called right here. After the inversion occurred, right? 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle, 4 candle, 5 candle. Or really 4 candles later, what formed? The immediate rebalance. Where is the immediate rebalance? Like, what is it in close proximity to? This inversion fair value gap. Whoa, pretty nice, isn't it? I'm going to make a dedicated video on that in the future, but that's so that you just learned something new. But this is the inversion fair value gap, okay? And like I said before, with all these PD arrays, you can use them for entry. So since this is now a bearish inversion fair value gap, guess what? You can use it for sales. And seeing all this right here, like, oh, I'm full porting. Yeah, full port shorts, and let's make $2 billion in 2 seconds. Yeah, of course, it drops. Your target's right there. Oh no, it retraces. Oh no, just kidding. I'm gonna keep dropping. Oh my god, it's made $2 billion in 6 seconds. Congratulations. What the heck is wrong with me, bro? I can't encourage full porting, guys. Don't ever full port. I've done it before. Don't do it. I'm just gonna remind you, do not do it. No. When I say don't do it, alright? You listen? Okay, cool. You listen. Anyway. Here is another bearish example. You got this bullish fair value gap right here. It was a bullish fair value gap, see? Was, but guess what? Price just, ran over like it was nothing. Like a paint roller. And guess what? It is now a bearish inversion fair value gap. Now watch this. Watch this, right? On the candle that, I guess you could say, inverses it, or creates an inversion fair value gap, retraces up into it, that's one touch. Next candle, opens inside of it, wicks up into the consequent encroachment, does not touch it. Reminder, if the consequent encroachment and or the mean threshold of a PD array does not get hit, that is an extremely strong confluence that we are extremely in the direction of whatever PD array that is. In which the direction on this is what? Bearish. So, if you want to see for yourself, here, I'll show you. Look at this. Consequent encroachment. Consequent encroachment, thank you. See that? See that right there? They do not get close to the consequent encroachment, period. But do they tap the bearish inversion? Yes. Now, what can we expect from this point? Obviously, sell side delivery, right? Yeah, I think that happens. Yeah, we're still going. Still going. Oh, yeah, we're still going. Go ahead. You may laugh. That was absolutely hilarious. Want to see just how large that move was? Sure. 340 points. Whoa. Insane. Now, I'm not teaching you just to say short any inversion, okay? Because there's certain PD arrays that I like. There's certain PD... You know what? Before we even go any further, these are the PD arrays that I like, okay? You're gonna get some sauce here. One, obviously being the mitigation block. The mitigation block is amazing. Second, the rejection block. That one is amazing too. A very, very, very good one. Third, the Reaper. Those three are amazing. I love those three. They're just so great. The mitigation block gives you so much insight. The rejection block is good for like bottom ticking or there's bottom ticking and top ticking NAS or whatever thing you want to do. Okay, very, very good when it comes to turtle soups and basically get those do or die type of entries. And then you got the Reaper. The Reaper is very good for whenever there's like no PD arrays around and there's a breaker forming or prices in the, I guess you can say, what's the word, formation of forming a breaker. Guess what? The Reaper is going to be there. But those are my top three right there. Those are my top three. But obviously, I use every single PD array that ICT has taught us so far because there's certain things that even I haven't learned, such as grade pools. So let's do one more example. One more. Oh, is this recent price action? Yeah. You know what? Let's go to recent price action and see. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's happening right now. Okay. Now, reminder, just because I'm teaching you a inversion fair value gap that's in this price action, doesn't mean you should trade this. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Should you trade this? Should you trade this, really? If you said yes, I'm not going to call you idiot, but no. You should not be trading this at all. Once you see the first 30 minutes going crazy, like what? Like, come on, really? This is, I bet if I pull up my phone, right, set the chart colors to black and white as if it was a barcode, it would actually scan. This is barcode price action. This, Bro, I swear to God, if I pull up my phone camera right now, set the cameras to black and white, it'll consider it a barcode, and it'll probably send me to some random Chinese song on Spotify. I would not be surprised. But you do not trade this, okay? Just because I'm showing you a bearish inversion fair value gap and price is actually respecting it does not mean you should trade it, alright? Anyway, here's this bearish inversion fair value gap right here. Pretty nice, isn't it? Pretty nice. Now, reminder, when it comes to fair value gaps, they can move, I guess you can say, outside of them, okay? Because price is meant to fill them and move outside of them. It can do that. But what you want to expect from is respect. That's what you want to expect. You want to expect respect of these PD arrays so you can actually get an entry in, right? But we're not going to be getting an entry in on this because this is barcode price action. You can scan this barcode and probably get sent to some random coupon on the internet that sends you to a random porn site. Anyway, you see how the bodies respect this inversion? Whoa, pretty cool, isn't it? Now, there's another PD array that's right here. It wicks up into this rejection block. From here to here, that's a rejection block. Wicks up into it, returns back into the inversion, and stays below what? Below what? Lower quadrant and consequent encroachment. Whoa! You're probably like, oh, but didn't you say if it stays below consequent encroachment that's a really good sign? I did say that. I did say that, but I will be teaching you in the future in the ICT Mastery Mentorship. Okay. When to take these trades. Like what concepts override one another to tell you what other concepts are going to do. Each concept is on top of one another. And I'm going to give you, matter of fact, hold on. Let's actually put that in here. You just gave me an idea. Yeah, you. The person I'm teaching, you just gave me an idea here. I need to turn that down. Holy. Okay, what? How should I name it? Not a pyramid scheme, but I guess you can kind of say pyramid. Can I? Yeah, I'm slow. Anyway, how did I forget how to spell? Yeah, pyramid. Some pyramid model that I'll make, and yeah, that'll be a separate video. But yeah, you just gave me an idea. Anyway, it respects that inversion, drops lower. Do not trade that. Don't do it. All right, let's jump to the 4 hour. Yeah, let's go to a big time frame and see if it works on here. Let's go to a big one. Pause on that, by the way. Let's go to a big one, shall we? All right, here. Let's see. Now, watch this, right? Watch this. See that? There's the bullish inversion fair value gap now. There it is. Bullish inversion fair value gap now. Pay attention here. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. See that? Consequent encroachment. See the bodies? Oh, yeah, I know. Nice, isn't it? Now, these wicks here, right? These wicks are doing something also. What are they doing? They're visiting other PD arrays. There's one right here. There's a PD array right here. Probably like, well, what is that? What? That's a PD array? Yes, it is. That's a PD array. These two candles are a PD array also, in which you probably know of. This is a PD array. So, these wicks, don't be scared. Okay? If you were to enter here, don't be scared. Just set your stop. And hey, if your stop gets taken out, it gets taken out. It's fine. Stops are going to be taken out, period. It happens every second. Literally, like someone's stop just got taken out. Like right now. Don't believe me? Go search it up. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But anyway. See how the bodies respect the equilibrium? Guess what happens? Delivery higher. Oh, insane. Oh my god, that's wild. Guess what? Another inversion. See that? Just a bunch of candles accumulating at this inversion for value gap. Want to see it? Look at all this. Bodies staying within it. Wicks doing a little bit of the damage. But you just see how prices, I can't really explain it. But you see how prices accumulating at this level. It's just boing, 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 boing. You see what I'm talking about. It's basically like a little trampoline right here. Prices, it's just having fun. Jumping up and down on a trampoline. Guess what? Whoa. Explosive movement higher. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I know. We're going to do one more example. Let's not make this too long. This video is already 15 minutes long. It should not be this long at all. So let's see. Can I even find an inversion anywhere? Like, please? Let's drop to the hour and see. And can I please get an inversion, please? So I can teach my students and end this video. Please? Please? I think I'm going to speed this up. You know what? Let's start speeding it up right now. Wow, I seriously cannot find one. What the world? I think I might just go ahead and end this video here, but you get it, okay? An inversion fair value gap is basically when a bullish fair value gap gets disrespected, turn it to a bearish inversion fair value gap. A bearish fair value gap gets disrespected and turns into a bullish inversion fair value gap. Very, very simple, right? Anyway, this is the end of episode 10 of the Array Archive series, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck and good trading.